air, and that could be a producer of carbon in the future. Supply, corporations can purchase carbon stored in the soil to offset their own emissions. Corporations can make initial carbon purchases by using the land management history as a measure. And the problem right now is no standards have been applied as of yet. Alabama has been discussing it, and so has USDA. The idea that producers can voluntarily sell units of carbon in the soil is a foreign idea. However, the carbon in the soil is on the fast track to become its own commodity in the U.S. as it moves forward toward a more comprehensive federal carbon market. It's a major discussion, and farmers are learning more about how to save and how to trade carbon credits in the future.
Peanut producers, fine-tune your farming operation with information gained at the 22nd Annual Southern Peanut Growers Conference set for July 15th through 17th at Edgewater Beach Resort in Panama City Beach, Florida. The 3-day event provides farmers with valuable information about peanut production, legislative issues, marketing, and promotions. The conference is presented by the Southern Peanut Farmers Federation. Visit southernpeanutfarmers.org for more information.
For more on today's news, we invite you to log on to southeastagnet.com. I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast Agnet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be mostly cloudy with a heavy thunderstorm in the afternoon and a high of 87 to 90. Mostly cloudy tonight with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm and a low of 72 to 76. Tuesday will be mostly cloudy, thunderstorm in parts of the area, breezy in the afternoon, high 85 to 90. Then Tropical Storm Elsa will affect the area Tuesday evening through Wednesday afternoon. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Hi, this is Jack O'Brien, and I could tell you stories. You never see a cat in the community where I live. Well, there aren't any, and it's all due to Catherine Blackmore. She was born in London. She married Bill Blackmore, a GI, and moved to the U.S. back in 1970. About 15 years ago, they were the very first couple to buy a home in Big Bass Lake Villas, right there on 152nd Street. Catherine was one of the kids who'd been moved out of London during the Blitz. She lived on a farm with more than a dozen other kids under conditions that were, at best, cramped and uncomfortable. Food was scarce. What she could hide in her sweater was usually stolen while she was sleeping. She figured the cats that wandered all over the barn, which had been turned into a dorm, were the thieves. So she hated cats. She despised cats. Whenever someone would move into Big Bass, she'd be over there greeting them, and you could count on it. She'd shake her finger at the newcomers and say, "Remember, the deed restrictions say no cats." Well, the deed restrictions didn't say that. That was just how Catherine planned to keep cats out of the neighborhood. So after a while, people started repeating her story to neighbors like it was a fact. And more neighborhoods grew. The people would pass on the fiction of the no cats deed restriction, and nobody ever looked it up. Which says a lot about the popularity of cats, I guess. Anyway, there was a law firm back then doing almost all the real estate closings, Palmer, Beckwith, and Martini. They had a room fitted out for a brand new $50,000 IBM System 360. There was some software, could write any agreement, compose any lawsuit, express any pleading, divorce anybody, adopt a child, write a last will, you name it. Well, old man Beckwith thought it was too good to be true. He'd been opposed to the expenditure, but he got outvoted. So one day, one of the underlings came into Beckwith's office and he said, "Mr. Martini wanted you to see a new computerized real estate form before we start using it." So Beckwith, who really at that point had been looking for something to do anyway, grabbed it and said, "Well, it's about time. Let me see." I mean, the darn thing was about 30 pages long. It was mostly just stuff that the government says has to be there. Very little about the homes, except the deed restrictions. And that's where Beckwith headed. He opened his file drawer, swiveled in his chair, laid his feet across the files like a footstool. He grabbed his big blue pen, got poised to mark something up, but he found nothing. page after page. Not a single error, not one ambivalence, not one contradiction, not one missed comma, apostrophe, semicolon. The words that should be bold were bold, the words that should be italic were italic. The document was pristine. It was the lamb without blemish. Every deed restriction was airtight. Everything, except one. Beckwith grabbed his phone and pushed a couple buttons until he got an answer. Hey, Tony, the cat restriction's missing. The cat restriction. So who's going to fix it? We can't all of a sudden start allowing cats. Geez, people would have a fit if some deeds had it and some didn't. We'll just get it right, okay? And he hung up the phone with the satisfaction of knowing he'd found something the fancy, expensive computer knew nothing about. So thanks to Dwight Beckwith's bluster, Catherine has accomplished what no silver-tongued lawyer, no animal trapper with a can of sardines and an absence of conscience ever could have. With her force of will alone, she's nearly eliminated an entire species from within a 125-square-mile municipality. This is Jack O'Brien. Thanks for listening.
Like what you've just heard? I Could Tell You Stories with Jack O'Brien is brought to you by Brick City Digital. Hi, I'm Michael Warren, and at Brick City Digital Marketing, we believe every business has a great story to tell. Our job is to help your business tell your story in a way that brings more customers to your door. We help small businesses just like yours with web design, social media, SEO, video, and more. Visit us online at brickcity.com or call 352-351-1131 for a free consultation.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are...
We have him here every Monday and every Friday and sometimes on Wednesday. So, Jack O'Brien, really a good storyteller. Hey, I want to give you an update on Tropical Storm Elsa. Let me get to that. I got it right here in front of me. It's expected to bring rain and winds early Wednesday. In the overnight, really, it's continued to inch its way towards the Florida Peninsula, slowing down as it approached since it was downgraded from a Category 1 hurricane on Saturday. Now, it's interacting with Cuba as we speak, and so the weather people really don't know what it's going to do as it comes over Cuba, the mountains of Cuba, but the cone still has our area Wednesday morning right in the throes of this. An update from the National Hurricane Center shows that tropical force winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour are expected to arrive in north central Florida late Tuesday or early Wednesday. Wind gust and flooding could fall trees. And by the way, we've already saturated the ground, so trees falling could be a big issue. Here's a look at the forecast for this week. Today, showers and thunderstorms likely, mainly after about 1 o'clock. Going to be about 90 degrees. Feel like 103 with the humidity. Chance of precipitation today, about 70%. About a quarter of an inch is what they're expecting with thunderstorms. Tonight it clears up. There's only about a 30% chance, although it is mostly cloudy with a low of 73. Tomorrow, showers and a possible thunderstorm, about 86 degrees. Chance of precipitation is about 80%. Tuesday night, that's when the tropical storm conditions become possible. Showers and possibly a thunderstorm before 8 p.m., then the chance of shower and thunderstorms between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. Showers likely and possible thunderstorm after 2 a.m. Low around 74. Chance of precipitation, 80 degrees, 80%. Wednesday, tropical storms conditions, showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm. And because we're on the east side of the storm, we have to worry about spawning of tornadoes. That is an issue on our side, is the possibility of tornadoes being spawned. Then Wednesday night, it's a 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy. And then we get to partly sunny on Thursday. And we're back to our normal weather where it clouds up in the afternoon and it rains. But Elsa looks like, from all indications right now, from all the modeling, when I go to Tom Sorrells on Channel 6, when I go to the National Hurricane Center, when I go to Mike's weather page on Facebook, when I look at Fox 35 out of Orlando, WCJB out of Channel 20 out of Gainesville, all the models have it coming very close to us as a tropical storm. Most of them show, though, by the time it gets to us, it'll be a tropical storm or a depression. They think that the winds could be probably closer to the low end than the high end. In the 40 mile an hour range or 30 mile an hour range. And by the way, folks, when we get afternoon thunderstorms through here, sometimes those microbursts and those quick moving storms have winds that are wind gusts that are 50, 60 miles an hour. So this storm, by all indications, will be not as intense as a thunderstorm that comes through during the summertime that's moving, at 25 miles an hour with 60 mile an hour wind gust. The only problem is this one's moving, it'll be moving slower than that, so it'll be a drencher. It will have some rain and wind possibilities that could be damaging to trees. Just because the soil's so saturated, trees could just fall over anyway. So if you're going to get prepared, you hadn't put your kit together yet, start putting your emergency kit together today. Make sure you got batteries, flashlights. Here's a big deal. Make sure you have cash. Because lights go out, POS systems and ATM machines don't work. There's no power. There's no access to get your money out of machines. There's no access to run your debit card at a store or something. Cash will be the only way to have a situation. Does this mean run out to the gas station, start hoarding gas? No. But if you got a half tank gas, go top it off. Fill up. Be prepared. Don't overreact. But be prepared. That's what we're saying. And WOCA will be here with you through the storm. We'll be here on the air early Wednesday morning. We will be here and we'll be able to give you updates on what's going on. But it looks like the worst of this storm, if it comes our way, and they're still saying, even though they were in the cone, they really don't know what's going to happen as it comes over the mountains of Cuba. Let me see if I can get the 8 o'clock update real quick from the National from the National Hurricane Center. National Hurricane Center. Let's see what it says. Here we go. As Elsa is right over Cuba right now. Click for details. Yeah, it looks, when I click on the details, it goes, the Cayman and Cuba today will result in significant flooding and mudslides over Cuba. Elsa then approaches the Florida Keys and the Florida Peninsula. It'll have minor river flooding and tropical storm conditions and dangerous storm surge are expected to continue across portions of central and western Cuba today. Tropical storms conditions are expected in portions of the Florida Keys and southwest Florida tonight and Tuesday, where a tropical storm warning is in effect. A tropical storm watch and storm surge watch is in effect for much of the west coast of Florida. And there's risk of tropical storm conditions and storm surge impacts as it crosses through central Florida off to the coast of Georgia and the Carolinas Wednesday and then Thursday. So that's the latest on Tropical Storm Elsa from the National Hurricane Center. So be prepared, folks. If you haven't put together your package or your preparedness package, do that today. It's going to probably be your last chance. Doesn't look like it's going to be that big of a storm, but hey, you get 40 mile an hour winds sustained for 3-4 hours. Nobody wants to deal with 30, 40, 45 mile an hour winds solid, not gust, but solid for 3, 4, 5 hours. And that's what a possibility of this storm is. So just be vigilant and be prepared. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more as we delve into why did 56 men decide to become traitors to England? What led up to it? And what influenced it? And how did it come to be that we celebrate July 4th, which, by the way, isn't the day that was necessarily intended to be the day? We'll talk about that next. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow sign.